Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have basically an overview of my third graders curriculum for the 2019-2020 school year. Now, if you're not familiar with my channel, I am a homeschool mom. We've been doing this for about 4 years, and I kind of like to do a lot of curriculum overviews, curriculum flip-throughs. Sometimes I'll do unboxings, like school-related hauls, mainly focused on homeschooling things, because I know that's kind of what I try, or what I look up most, or focus on most when I'm looking through YouTube, and so that's kind of where my channel is based at. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to this so it's not a super long video. I'm not going to show a detailed look into the curriculum, but if you are interested in seeing a detailed look into some of the curriculum I'm about to show you, just comment in the box below, and I will happily do that. So like I said, today I'm doing my third graders curriculum. So this is going to be his grade specific curriculum. This will not be any of the curriculum like science and social studies that we do as a family. I will have a separate video for that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I'm going to go over is reading. And so our spine for reading is going to be Christian Light Education's Reading 3, which is Doors to Discovery. This is the teacher's guide. It's pretty thick, and it is a standard teacher's guide. It just goes over, like, for instance, this is lesson 7, and you know, it just goes through the objectives, some review, the oral reading part, questions for discussion, evaluating, recalling story information, some of the stuff about the Bible verse, but it's very straightforward. And it also has, within this are the keys or the answers to the quizzes and the tests. And then in the back you have an appendix, and it's got some additional resources back there for you. So we will be doing Christian Light Education Reading 3. This is by Christian Light Publications. You can find them on the web. We love Christian Light Education. We've been doing this for about a year, and this is probably the first time I found a language arts and reading program that worked really well for us. So what you get in the entire third grade reading kit is the teacher guide. You get, oh, these are out of order too. There we go. You get 10 of these, what they call light units. So it's 10 workbooks. Instead of like being one giant workbook, they break it up into 10, so it's more manageable, which is nice because I just pulled this out and put it in his work box. And these stay put up until it's time for him to move on. That way it kind of doesn't clutter up things. And so this is what it looks like. There are, you know, there's 3 sections here. There's about 15 units and then a test, or not units, sorry, 15 lessons and then a test. In the back, you've got reading terms and your glossary. But this is basically what a lesson looks like. So it's just broken down like this. Like I said, it does go over new stuff. They read the story, they answer questions about that, but they also have a few language arts concepts within it, and there is some review. So they'll do 4 lessons, and then when you get to the 4th lesson, or after the fourth lesson, sorry, then there's an activity and the quiz. So you would do the quiz, and then this is an extra activity, which is just a little crossword. And then all of the quizzes and tests are located in the middle of the book. So here you have quiz 1, quiz 2. I always pull these out, and then the test is right there. So I would just grab these pages and pull them out, and then just set them off to the side, and then we'll work on that when we get to that point. So there's 10 of these. And the reader that they follow is this Doors to Discovery book. It's a hardcover book, very nice, and it is full color. There's the table of contents. Each story has a Bible verse that it focuses on. There's also poetry in here. This is the table of contents. And so, for instance, this would be the first lesson. The story is called Too Honest. And they would read that, and then they would answer questions and things like that about it. So there are a few pictures in there still. But the one thing that I love about these stories is that they focus on character building. It reminds me a lot of the Abeka readers. So my son has really enjoyed these readers. So that is what all comes in the reading kit through Christian Light. You can purchase the things individually if you want to. For instance, if like my second grader that's moving up, I'll need to buy new light units for her, but I won't need to buy the teacher's manual again, so you can buy that separately. But that is our third grade reading curriculum. And then to supplement it, I have the set of third grade readers from Abeka. So this goes all the way from A to J. And these are, we're not going to use them the way they're set up with Abeka, because obviously we're not using the Abeka curriculum. But I thought that it would be good to have additional reading for him. And these also focus on character building. And so each of them kind of have a theme. So this is Paths to Adventure. And I wanted to show you, so this talks about the guide to character building story themes. So it talks about cheerfulness, commitment, contentment, courage, creation, all that stuff. And then it tells you what stories focus on those traits. And then, so for instance, here we go. So this story is General Washington, enemy or friend. There's a watchword. They read the story, and then at the end there are some comprehension questions. So it's very easy for them, but it keeps them reading. So there's Paths to Adventure, Footprints, Swiss Family Robinson, Crossroads, Better Bridges, Pilgrim Boy, Secret of the Maple Tree, Worlds of Wonder, and some are thinner than others. Doors to Discovery, which is funny that this is Doors to Discovery and this is Doors to Discovery as well. And then Pilgrim's Progress. And then it also comes with a primary Bible reader, which we have a Bible curriculum, and you'll see that in our family subjects, but I'll have him read out of this as well. So, and also for his personal Bible, we do Awana in the school year every Wednesday night, and so he will have not only scripture to memorize, but he will have like a Bible lesson or unit in his Awana book to complete each week, and so that will also be part of his personal Bible work. So those are some additional readers for reading. Now moving on to language arts. We are also doing Christian Light Education for language arts. So this is very similar to the reading teacher manual. It just shows you what the student's seeing in their book, and then it gives you what to say and what questions to ask and what to prep, what to review, all that good stuff. And there's an appendix in the back of that. And along with the teacher's manual, you get the 10 light units. Okay, so all the way up to 310. So I'll show you real quick what's the first one looks like. So that goes over compound sentences. Anything in the red boxes are new concepts to go over. But the really cool thing about this is my son can do most of these on his own. I will kind of look over them and make sure he's understanding what it is, because sometimes he likes to jump through these very quickly just to get done. But it is very, very much kind of freeing for me, because I don't have to do a whole lot. He gets a lot. And I love that this is a spiral program. It's not mastery, so they do go over things and, review things quite a bit. So I enjoy that. And then it's also spelling in here. And so we're just going to do the spelling with language arts. I thought about getting an additional spelling program, but all of my kids, as you'll see in my videos, are doing CLE, so I figured why not just go ahead and use the spelling that they're doing. And then possibly next year for 4th grade, we may do a little bit heavier spelling program, but for now I think this will be okay. So that's what they look like. So that is language arts. Now to go along with language arts, we also have the IEW Fix It Grammar. This is student book 1, The Nose Tree. And so the really cool thing about this program is every day they will have a sentence to correct, and it tells you about the, let's see if you can see this here. It tells you about the little special marks that you use when proofreading and fixing sentences. So they will fix the sentences, or that part of the sentence each day, and then at the end of the week they will write out what they have. Oh, sorry, I was just reading something. So they're going to rewrite this part in a separate notebook each day. So right here, this little sign says it reminds them to indent. Did you ever hear the story of the 3 poor soldiers? The bold words are their vocabulary words, and so they will need to define those words, and I'll show you that in a minute. So they will fix and mark the sentence and then rewrite the sentence in another notebook. And what this will do at the end of this program, they will have an entire story that they have rewritten. So they're using an already created story and they're rewriting the whole thing. But the cool thing is they're not like doing a huge amount of work in one day, because we know most kids this age are not going to be excited about writing a lot. It's just a short, it's, you know, some of them aren't even full sentences. They're just writing a tiny bit each day in their notebook, and then by the end of this curriculum they will have finished writing the whole story. So over here you have these are flashcards that talk about the different proofreading marks, and then there are some what do you want to call them, definitions of things. So you will cut those out. I'll probably laminate them. I don't know, we'll see, because they come in each curriculum, so I may not teach you. They're very sturdy cardstock, but there's so many for each week. They'll tell you which week you use them for. And then back here is the glossary. Talks about parts of speech and all that good stuff. Oops, some of the pages got bent. Techniques, all that fun stuff. So there's a lot of information for you as a parent in that book to help you know how to do it. But I thought this would be something, we probably won't do this. Well, I mean, since it's very minimal, we may go ahead and just do it once a day, but we wouldn't necessarily have to. Let me see how many weeks there are. Okay, so we're on week 33. So there's 33 weeks worth of work. So depending on how you break it up, it would, you know, depend on how long this would last. But this is what we are adding to our language arts. Jumping into handwriting, we are sticking with Handwriting Without Tears because we love it. And so he is doing cursive kickoff. Right now he is doing kickstart cursive, which is different than cursive kickoff. He finished printing power and then moved on to kickstart cursive, and then we will get into this. It starts out with just reviewing printing, and then it jumps into cursive, if you can see that there. And then we will just continue. If he finishes this early, we will buy, there's another cursive one after that, and we'll just finish that. But another awesome thing, it's kind of language arts related, that they have now are these building writers books. And this is level C. And so what these are, it's a workbook designed with the teachers and young writers in mind. It provides age-appropriate and engaging writing practice. So it says that students are provided carefully scaffolded opportunities to grow as independent writers. And that's really what I'm looking for my kiddos. So there's the table of contents. And so for instance, it says you are the writer, writers write about subjects. Copy the sentence or write your own. So it starts very simple. So it says humpback whales migrate. So talks about writers tell what subjects do. Writers describe things. Writers tell what things are. So it goes into the very basics of writing. Talks about, how to write. And then it gets into characters and setting and description and tense and verbs. And so then they really get into doing their own writing. And so, but I like that it's a graduated process, so they don't just jump right into it. So that is handwriting. And then the last thing for his personal curriculum is math, and we are sticking with Abeka Math. We're doing Arithmetic 3, and so this is his work text. It's just kind of like the second one we did, it's just third grade material now. But I did not buy the teacher key or the lesson plans or any of that. Now, they do have some flashcards that I didn't get, but I might go back and get them. They're like a rapid calculation cards, kind of just to get them used to spitting out those facts quickly. I'm not a big fan of like rote memorization, but I do believe with math facts, it helps a lot if they know those things pretty quickly. But depending on him, we may just do, the front and back of a page each day, or sometimes we do the front and back of 2 pages. So we might get through this quicker. We might not. It just kind of depends. And then in the back, there are additional challenges. And then we have the quizzes, tests, and speed drills. I didn't get the key for this because it's 3rd grade, and I still know how to do 3rd grade math. It may be a different story when he gets to older math, but I can still do 3rd grade math. So my brain isn't that far gone. But yeah, so just little speed drills and tests and quizzes and all that fun stuff. So that's his math. And then the last thing I got him, this actually picked it up from Sam's. This is from a company called Thinking Kids, the complete book of grade 3, everything your child needs for school year success. Now, I did not get this to be a spine or something we follow every day, but we do a 4-day-a-week schedule because we have co-op on Thursday afternoons. So Thursday mornings are a little crazy for us because we're all getting ready, and I actually run the homeschool co-op. I'm getting ready to pass it off to someone, so she's shadowing me, and I'll actually be teaching in the co-op, but it's still going to be crazy. But each one of my kids have one of these, and what I plan on doing is having them just doing a couple pages on Thursday morning, just so that they're doing something, they're getting their brain ready. This is kind of broken up into, you have reading, and then you have English and spelling and math. And so, I may pull a page from math and a page from reading, and, have him do, the front side, and then the next Thursday may do the back side because it's just reading and comprehension. But this is just something to kind of get their brains working so they don't miss a full day. And obviously they're still going to be doing stuff at co-op too. It just kind of gets them in the mood for learning for that day. But I thought they were kind of nice little books. It comes with stickers, and there's a poster that they can, this one comes with the multiplication table poster, which will be helpful for him. And it is correlated to the current standards, which we don't necessarily care too much about that. But anyway, that is my 3rd graders curriculum for the 2019-2020 school year. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in my video, go ahead and post it in the comment box below. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button because I have quite a few videos coming up. I know that it's been a while since I posted. I was actually at preteen camp with my church for a week, and then before that we were in Indiana visiting family, so it's been a little crazy. But subscribe. I've got curriculum coming up for my soon-to-be first and soon-to-be second grader, and then our family curriculum and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited to get those videos out for you all. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.